welcome back to Unlucky Leftovers. This is episode 10. Hey, we reached 10 episodes. That's pretty good.
That's not bad, actually.
10 episodes, pretty good, even though we still, upload schedule's kind of janky. Yeah, it's okay. Whatever. Hopefully you guys liked the last episode with Zach in there talking about cannibalism and stuff and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I was taking a piss right before I came on, and I was just randomly thinking how video games have statistics, and it got me thinking, if real life had statistics, I wonder how many times it would say I have peed or pooped.
So you're saying if there are statistics recording everything
Yeah.
about
what kind of statistic would you want to look up in your life?
That's a good question.
I think a really interesting one would be how many near-death experiences you've had.
I don't know if that could get properly recorded.
Well, everything will just be recorded.
I guess so.
And
it's everything, yeah, maybe.
And then since, maybe the obvious stuff you can remember, maybe you were in a car accident, but then, you could count maybe 3 things that maybe you almost died from, but you look up the number and it's actually 20, and then you're like, holy shit, did I almost die 20 times already? Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's probably if you could have that recorded, right? There's definitely a lot of stuff that you probably didn't even notice, that could have killed you, but it never happened because you just missed it or something.
Yeah, you can't really be sure if you almost died,
literally, if you walk by someone, right? What if he was some type of serial killer or whatever, right? But you just happen to walk by him,
yeah,
right?
You walk by him 1 minute before he killed somebody.
Yeah, and as long as you didn't bump into him, you didn't die.
Yeah, you
right?
didn't die.
You didn't die.
So what other statistic would you want to look up?
Well, I was actually just thinking about food statistics, right? Just food stuff in general. Seeing how much I spent on food in general.
I don't think you would be happy to see that number.
I would be pretty sad. What type of food I've been eating, the differences in food that I eat throughout my years in life, right?
Yeah.
Because there's childhood, high school is a little different. You get more freedom to eat what you want. College, I was not living with my parents, so I just did whatever. But then I was eating like a poor college student too. So, and then after college too. So, just seeing the various differences throughout my time of living would be kind of interesting, just having an analysis of it, because I clearly will not remember a lot.
Yeah,
I think any statistic of stuff that you probably never will remember would be interesting to look at.
Never will remember.
Yeah, or will have a hard time recalling. I guess you could just call this ability, the statistic ability, a total recall ability, right? Like a total, what's that? Memory. What is that called? Memory.
Photographic memory.
Yeah, photographic memory.
It's not.
Or something
It's
like
not
that.
memory specifically. It's just numbers. It's just a number.
Yeah. True, but it's still kind of in a similar vein because you're pretty much looking back at everything you've encountered.
Well, it just says a number, so it says number of burgers eaten.
Oh, just number. So
Yeah.
it doesn't
show you
give
anything.
you more details.
It says
it could
hours spent doing this amount eaten this, like that, like steps, total lifetime steps walked, 1,700,000,000 quadrillion thousand billion.
Well, I mean, are you able to categorize those numbers too? Like, oh, how many burgers eaten in a week? You know?
In a week, you could, yeah. I guess if you want to
Yeah.
put like filters on it, you put a
Yeah.
filter.
Yeah, and then you keep filtering, and then you get more detailed detailed information, right? Because that's how statistics are kind of like, right? You put those like whatever details are in like a database, right? A record of what
Yeah.
happened at this time, etc., 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 right? And then the statistics take all the numbers, give you a big old number that you can analyze. But there are records, right, that you can look deeper into. Why did this happen, and when did this happen, and what happened?
I mean, you would
right?
just need like a supercomputer. Like, I'm just thinking
Yeah.
like Professor X's cerebral computer, something like that, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, basically, yeah, it's a database, and I don't know. Well, I guess you're just thinking of just having the general statistical information for it, right? Not the records.
Just to see how many times you've done something, you know?
Right.
Like how many doors you've opened, how many times you peed, how many times you peed your pants, how many times you got pee in your mouth.
That's
and then you'd be surprised to see it's like not 0.
I mean, I would say that becomes harder to decipher or like define.
It doesn't.
Because
what do you mean?
Like, you know, because urine particles, right?
Well, like enough to matter. It's like if it's
enough to matter.
Yeah, it's like enough to like if you go to a pool, right?
That still needs to be definable. You know,
it's it'll just say it. It'll just say it. The computer, you know, the supernatural computer screen will just say, "Oh, you had pee in your mouth 5 times in your life," and then you'll be like, "What the hell, dude?" And even though it's probably more because like water parks and like public pools and stuff or the ocean. I mean, you could just, if it was like actually true, then every time you go in the ocean, you could technically just have pee in your mouth, you know?
Yeah, well, the ocean dilutes the pee, but there's always pee there, you know?
But
that's the same concept of like having, you know, urine vapor in the air. Kind of.
But if it's just like a lot, right? Or like more concentrated than normal.
Yeah, it would have to be.
So if like someone have just
to measure
peed,
a certain concentration.
Yeah, someone peed in the pool recently, then that would count, even though like you wouldn't feel a warm spot.
I mean, it's possible that isn't actually that much pee.
It's still pee.
And
then you'd see that number, and it'd be.
I feel like urine particles in a bathroom can be a lot. You know, can be quite a bit.
Yeah, but those are just particles. You know, it's like imagine if you had a cup of water and like 5% of it was pee. I don't think you'd feel very comfortable like drinking that cup of water, right?
Right. But
or
I'm
like
also
even
saying
like
that
1%. Would you feel comfortable if a 1% of a glass of water was pee?
No, of course not. But then, like, if you walk into a bathroom and you just smell, fucking urine like everywhere. But then you're not smelling the vapor. You're tasting the vapor.
The difference is like the smell of urine, right? Yeah, there's urine particles, but then it's different if you're getting like splashed with urine.
Well, that's different. That's totally different.
Not even like if you're getting peed on, but just like if someone, you know, like an open trough, right? Let's just say you're peeing and just some dude just comes up and pees next to you in an open trough.
Yeah.
And then it just splashes on you. That's what I mean. Yeah. I'm not talking about just pee particles like when you flush a toilet.
I think what you should probably say is something like, how many times did you touch like undiluted pee?
Nah, just
You
have the
know.
pee in your mouth. Just get the pee in
What
your
you
mouth.
what are you talking about? What?
Just get the pee in your mouth.
I'm sorry, huh? What?
Just drink some pee.
Don't drink pee.
Just drink the
Don't
1% pee water.
don't drink pee. That's
What
not
if
good for
what
you.
if I just dip
That's not good
my
for you.
wiener in there
Dip your wiener into.
into a cup of water and then have you
I'm
drink
sure.
it?
I'm sure that you have a bit of urine's gonna get in there,
Okay,
and
then
that
but it might be less than 1% by that time. Then
I guess so. But at the same time, still kind of gross. Still pretty gross. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll just
Because the reason why the penis is kind of dirty is because it's your urinates, you know, and also sweating. But
I cleaned it.
you cleaned it, so then it's just the urine.
I cleaned my
It's just
I cleaned my pee pee.
yeah.
There's no pee. Just a quick little
Okay.
dip. Like
All
quick
right.
little penis dip.
You gotta dip your penis
Little
in
dip.
there.
Yeah, it's like I dip my toe in the pool. Just a quick little dip to see how the temp is, you know.
Okay.
Stick it in there, take a little dip, little temp
Goodness.
check, a little pee temp check, and then that's how
Okay.
that's how I serve my cups of water to my guests.
Um.
That's how I judge if water is good enough to be given to my guests. I have to manually test it by dipping my penis in each cup.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm like, this is a good cup.
This is such a great cup. Oh.
All
my
right.
God.
So if you had like a D&D character sheet of yourself, what kind of stat? Let's say you had to just boost one stat. What stat would you boost?
Like D&D character sheet for
It's like
your
strength,
your
intellect,
current reality is essentially what you're
charisma.
saying. Not like a fancy character. Is
Nah,
what
it's
you're
just
saying.
you.
Just me.
You have to pick one like stat, and then that'll just be a stat that you'll excel in. That'll be one of your life strengths, right?
Life strengths, huh?
So if you pick intellect, then you're just gonna, you're gonna be smarter than average. You're gonna learn things quickly, retain knowledge, etc.
Right. Well, okay. So there's strength, there's endurance, agility. No, there's no endurance, is there? Yeah, there's strength, constitution. That's what it is. Strength, constitution, dexterity. That's what it is. Dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, charisma.
Or just like
Uh,
anything you could think of.
anything you can think of.
Yeah. Like Fallout, Fallout has a lot of skills or a lot of
Mm-hmm.
attributes.
But if it becomes anything you can think of, you can generalize multiple
Well,
attributes.
generally what like an RPG character has. Like most of the D&D ones, luck is usually one, charisma is usually one.
Mhm.
What else is there?
I mean, you could also just kind of split it as like physical, mental, or spiritual. Technically,
Oh, that's too broad.
I mean, there are like systems like that though.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, you want specific ones. Is what you
Yeah,
want.
so
right?
what would you pick?
Possibly wisdom, because wisdom's like experience and like choosing the right thing. It's like wit.
So you
You
just
know?
want a lot of life knowledge.
It's not just life knowledge, but like being able to judge a situation correctly, and so that you can kind of hopefully always be successful. At least that's what I kind of defined wisdom as, really. Like if you say did like stocks or something, right? You pretty much rely on your wisdom to be like, okay, this is probably good to invest in. These probably aren't.
I think
And
that
you choose that.
that's more intelligence. I don't think that's wisdom. I think
I
wisdom
would
is
I would
having
say
like the having if you're gonna talk about stocks, it's gonna be like the wisdom of knowing that you should take out your money before you lose more instead of hoping the stock will rebound. That's more wisdom than knowing what stock from the get go is a good stock to invest in. Because that's more intellect, because you have to research and look into like all these different companies that are doing different things and kind of judge and then use the wisdom that, and then that's when wisdom comes in, is that, oh, then you can kind of guess based on the intellect and the knowledge that you gathered from your research to make the wisest decision based on trends in the world or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean I would argue that knowledge and intellect are kind of not the same.
Well,
Like
you're
they
saying wisdom and intellect.
yeah. Well, like so yeah, obviously wisdom is like making the best choice, right? Is what I would argue, okay? But knowledge is like studying and researching, and yeah, that comes with it, right? Or like you would have to do it yourself technically, right? Being wise would be making that choice to do that research and development or whatever, right? The research, right? Intellect would be how easily you can grasp the information, in my opinion, or at least that's how I kind of see it at this point. Knowledge is just different. Knowledge is stuff you have to get to know about, right? Not something that you're kind of born with, and the six attributes or six stats or stuff you are kind of born with, but then you can increase them through various stuff. At least that's how I kind of see it. But yeah, the more knowledge you get, the more intellect you can increase, I think, right? But I also think that affects your wisdom as well. It depends on the type of knowledge, but wisdom is more critical thinking.
So you just want to have, for wisdom, you just want the better ability to choose
Yeah,
the more
like
proper
to
decision.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
basically, have a more understanding to make sure I'm choosing the right choices, that I'm not like being ignorant or whatever. Having an understanding of all the options around me and like being able to choose the right one all the time, or hopefully all the time. The problem with D&D is that you roll a dice, so then it becomes more random, like, oh, although I boosted my wisdom, I rolled a 1.
So you would just choose wisdom, and probably, your choices would end up being fine in the long run
Mhm.
because of that.
Yeah, and I would hopefully lead a decently successful life, I think. At least I'd hope so. The other one that might be like more something that I would find harder for me to do, or harder for me to be, right? Would be charisma. If I could increase charisma stats, that'd be cool. And like if I have a silver tongue to convince anyone of anything, that'd be great. That'd be insane. Um, but like people like my cousin, I think has like insane charisma stats, because like I heard that he wasn't like real studious or anything like that, but he was able to be really successful in his career and stuff by just networking,
Yeah.
networking and like being able to have a really, really like show a lot of riz, I guess you could say. Show a lot of riz and impress a lot of people to get
Yeah.
to where he is, right? He didn't need like anything else to really get to where he is. I think charisma would be really important in a world like this. Honestly, in the real world, charisma is a lot more important than a lot of other things, I think.
Yeah, if people like you, you don't need to be that good at anything.
Yeah. It's literally kind of how our world kind of works, you know? If you think about, like, a lot of, like, rich people, they really don't have, like, a lot going for them, you know? Besides their charisma.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's just like influencers, right?
Yeah.
A lot of them, there are so many influencers now, and
Yeah.
the only reason why some of them get very successful is that just people like them. People just like them for some reason, you know?
Yeah, they get, you know, a lot of promotional stuff, a lot of free things from fans.
Yeah.
All that junk.
And if they're not likable, then they're probably not, you know, you either have to be likable or you have to be good, right?
Yeah.
If you're not likable or if you don't have skill, then people probably won't care about it.
Yeah. Even, like, you know, celebrities, they're all about charisma too, right? Celebrities. And then politicians, it's a lot of charisma, you know? Like, a lot of them, I feel like, not insanely intelligent or wise sometimes, but they're just there because of charisma, you know? Yeah, they just are able to convince people to invest in them, right? Even though sometimes they just don't have much to offer. I mean, there's arguably, like, you know, people that have a lot more to offer, you know, arguably, but
you know, one of the things I would want, especially thinking about it like as a superpower, is luck. I think having a boosted luck stat would be very fun.
Yeah, if luck was like, so in my opinion, I don't think luck is like that. Like, the probability's a thing, right? But luck is like,
let's just say
really
it's boosted. But it's just really boosted, right?
Yeah, but if luck is a thing, right? Like, if luck is an actual whatever thing, yeah, you boost it so you can have a higher probability of, like, doing whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool, right? But I guess, should it always be good luck, or can you have bad luck when you have an increased luck stat?
Well, I don't see why you would want bad luck if we're increasing stats to be good in you know, one of those areas.
Okay, so I guess what I mean is
it doesn't boost bad luck.
So there's still a chance that bad luck could happen to you, even though you have a good luck stat, is what I'm asking, I guess, right?
Not really.
No? Is it always gonna be like?
Yeah, you're always just. It's like so I was thinking about like Domino from in Deadpool.
Okay.
Like, you know, sometimes she has to work, but a lot of the time, you know, things just work out.
That might be just a superpower in general, just having good luck, though.
Yeah. Right? So I guess instead of
I can't say that'd be a stat. Yeah.
I would put it as a stat.
If it's a stat,
so
then
let's say,
what do the numbers even mean?
Well, there are no numbers. It just works out more in your favor, right? So let's say wisdom, right? So you pick wisdom so you can choose the better choice most of the time, right? So, like, choices don't bite you in the butt later down the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
So being able to see the good and the bad and then choosing the better option. Okay. And then, so for luck, I would say no matter what you choose, it just kind of works out fine in the long run.
So, if we're gonna take it into like a D&D type of thing, right? The way wisdom, so the way wisdom would work, right, is you have an increased wisdom modifier to your roll, right? But it doesn't mean your roll is always gonna be good. It could be bad.
Well, I just
right?
chose D&D as an example to explain the
Yeah,
stats, not to
yeah,
explain the
but
play style or rules set upon the
mm,
attributes. I
mm,
just use it to explain the attributes. I could have just said Fallout because Fallout has all the modifiers or the attributes.
okay. So we're not actually putting
We're not
numeral
playing D&D in real
values.
life.
We're not putting numeral values in any of these, right?
Yeah, you're just more
And
wise, you're just more lucky, you're just more strong.
so I mean that because then it becomes more of like a superpower than anything else. Like, okay, I'm so wise that I never choose the wrong answer, right?
Well, you're so
Uh,
wise that you can always see the better choice.
okay, but it's like it's never like I'm gonna be wrong.
It's not that you're not wrong, it's just that you choose better than most people. But the thing is, it's sometimes the choice is subjective, right?
I guess so, but I mean, it's also so if I am say wrong in something, like if I did a wrong or like is it possible to ever do a wrong choice? Like say I chose what did I choose? Like I chose to invest in something because I looked at all the factors and all the factors pointed that this will be fine, this will be fine, this will be fine, blah blah blah. Right? Do you think I could be ever wrong in it? Like, would I have the foresight to?
Yeah, I mean, you could lose like if you
Mm,
think that the signs are pointing towards a profit and then suddenly something happens that you didn't predict or couldn't see happening and then you lose money. But then, you could mitigate that loss by being wise enough to pull your investment out before, like, a stupider person would be like, "Oh, it'll bounce back. It'll bounce back. It's fine. It's just going down because of this, because of that, right?" Those
mm,
people are, not smart, not wise.
mm.
I mean, you could still be wrong, but
So
if
then,
we made like the
if you
same
did,
choice, right?
if you did a luck
If I
based
did a luck,
choice,
so if we made the
mhm,
same investment and I had my
mhm,
luck skill,
mhm.
and then you were like, "Oh, damn, I'm losing money. I'm gonna pull out," and I'll be like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna ride and see what happens." And then a week goes by, and the next week when the market opens, it just skyrockets out of nowhere, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I gotta sell right now."
I guess the bad luck would be when it went down at the first place. But
Yeah,
then, as long as you ride it out, it would be good
yeah.
luck.
Eventually, it'll just work out, right? Like,
Okay.
let's say I get into a car accident and then my car gets wrecked, and I'm like, damn, now I don't have a car. But
hmm
then, the insurance is like, oh, hey, we'll just buy you a new car since it's like entirely the other guy's fault. And I'm like, oh, nice, cool. So I'll just get a new car.
Okay. Okay. So there's still bad luck that can happen, but you will eventually have better luck for it.
Yeah, I think once you figure out if you stick with it long enough to play out,
Mhm.
it'll probably just be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, these sound like superpowers more than anything else because it's like, okay, like if you might as well be like having super strength or super dexterity or super whatever, right? You have super luck. Like Domino, you literally have Domino's powers.
Yeah, but
Uh,
it saves her life, but she doesn't like gain immensely out of it, right? Like we're talking about investments or like winning the lottery. But, a lot of the stuff she does just saves her life.
yeah. Oh well, you could also compare it to. I don't know. You probably never saw this movie. You didn't see One Piece film Gold, right?
No.
There's a character there that has the luck fruit. So she can manipulate luck. I think that fruit actually had like issue where she can take luck and always have good luck, but you could run out of the good luck or something, and that's how they beat her or something.
Mm.
So I guess it's not in the same vein, because Domino's luck never really runs out, does it?
Yeah, her luck just like kicks in
Mm-hmm.
at the best times.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, she's still, when she's driving the prisoner transport truck in Deadpool 2. It's like she's lucky enough not to kill anybody, but she's still smashing into stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually the whole truck gets like thrown off the rails.
Yeah.
But she's lucky enough, to land safely when she jumps out of the falling truck.
How about this? What if you're in the okay? So in this situation, in a scenario, here, let me put a scenario, right? Uh, if you happen to die, just like die suddenly, young or whatever, and then because you're lucky, you get to be reincarnated in like a better world or like a more ideal world to you. Would you consider that good luck or bad luck? It's bad luck when you die, right? But is it good luck? I guess it would be good luck when
I mean,
you're born in this ideal world, right?
I mean, you just die.
Mhm.
It's not like good luck or bad luck. It just happens, right? And then the good luck part of it would just be, yeah, you get to get reincarnated.
Oh, I guess if you die young, right, from like an accident, would that be bad?
If it's from an accident and I had good luck, then I don't think it's an accident. It would just be like, oh, that's predetermined, right? In this sense. Because it's like, if I have forever good luck, then I probably just had to die to get more good luck. So it's not like I died early. I just had to die at that time to get more good luck. It's just like the stock thing.
So.
Like I had to lose a lot of money 1st to gain a lot more later.
I mean, it does still sound like does still kind of sound like bad luck. Like you have to experience bad luck to get more good luck in the end. But then I don't know. That's what it's sounding like to me. It sounds like a good stat to invest in, I guess. It really depends. I think it's a little random. That's the problem. Which
Yeah, that's why it's fun.
It's fun. Yeah, the stuff that you hope for.
Yeah, so if you're in the hospital and you're dying and you're like, oh shit, I hope I don't die, then it'll just be like, okay, you won't die. But then if something happens where you can't even like hope anything, right? Let's say like a bomb just drops on you.
Okay.
And then you die, and then the good luck is, yeah, you'll get reincarnated in a better place.
I think the problem with that is I don't think it'll listen to your wishes. Because like
it'll just work out. Yeah, maybe it won't work out how you want, but it'll just work out.
It'll work out in a way that's like for your betterment, right? So say you get say like what you're on your Sigma grind set, yeah, and you get an injury for some type of, I don't know, like a muscle or a limb that your doctor tells you, oh, you don't do this anymore, right? And you hope that you get better, right? But then say that because of the injury or whatever, you hope to get better, so you'll relax a little bit, won't do your grind anymore. But then you meet a woman because you stopped doing your grind and that woman's your soulmate. Your luck's kicking in, giving you, I guess, the love of your life in turn for.
I guess now it's like that's a more like passive luck now, right? Because now we're just saying, oh, something happens but it works out better in a different way. Whereas before, when our previous example was like, oh, we did stocks. Yeah. But if you want your luck in stocks to, like, you put your luck in stocks, it went down, then it went back up. But now you're saying, oh, something bad happened to you, and now something else good is happening to you. I guess
because I'm just putting out scenarios to see if your good luck would be considered like considered like this, like would that work here? You know,
I
um,
think the luck would only be considered luck if it was something that you were trying to do. So like
mm,
let's say you want to find your soulmate and you never dated, and so you go on an online dating app and then you go
mm,
on your first date.
mm,
Like the first girl you send a like to, it's a match already. That's luck number 1. Luck
mm.
number 2, you go on a date, the date goes great, and she wants to go on a second date. Oh, that's another lucky point. Second date goes great, third date, fourth date, and then for some reason, I guess she's your soulmate. So that's luck in something that you apply into, right? Whereas the passive luck, or like, yeah, I guess passive luck is where, oh, you're just living life, and then as life happens to you, other good things come out of it, right? So, but it's not necessarily the fact that you're trying to do one thing and something lucky happens to you in that field.
So there is a difference in the luck that you want versus the luck that,
Yeah,
like, I guess
because
Domino
I
has.
would I wouldn't even
Like,
say that's luck. The thing that you said, I would just say that's like a butterfly effect.
I mean, I think if you're getting good effects from the butterfly effect, that's still good luck.
Yeah, still good luck, but that's not. I wouldn't attribute that to my luck skill.
Mm.
I would just say that's. Oh yeah, I guess that's just how things happen. It's like a funny coincidence, right? It's like you break your leg and then you go to the hospital and the nurse that takes care of you is like in love with you or something, right?
Right.
And that just happens to work out.
Mhm. Mhm. Well, I guess a thing that would be interesting to know would be like if you um I guess you're hoping for something, would your luck prioritize what you want? Like like would it, so like if you have multiple wants, does your luck prioritize your wants in a list kind of? Say that you want a good body, you want a you want a lot of money, you want love of your life. You want all three, technically, right?
Yeah.
Do you think your luck would sacrifice any of those ones for your highest priority, which would maybe say yourself, maybe? Or is your luck always gonna give you all three of those things?
I think it'll just prioritize whatever the thing you're doing currently is. So if
I
you're
mean, if
like,
you're working on all three, then would
yeah,
that?
so if you're working out, then you'll
Mhm,
just gain faster. If
mhm.
you're trying to get promoted at work, positions will open up for you. If you're trying to find a girlfriend and you're on dating apps, then your first match will just be it.
What if it was like, it's fine. I don't even know
Yeah.
that.
It just everything just works out.
It
It
just
just
works
happens to
out.
work out.
It just works out.
It just works.
Yeah, I guess
It
so.
just
I guess
works.
I guess if in your an ideal, like, if this is your ideal type of luck, then yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
You don't need to make the right choice if everything just works.
Yeah. I think, yeah,
Every
this
choice is the right choice.
for this type of luck, yes. I think in like other, like if you look at other people's like characters and powers and stuff, I think they usually add a detriment to their luck sometimes.
If you want a more like realistic luck, then I
Mm-hmm.
think just having random boosts in your life when you don't expect it would be the
When you
best
don't,
luck.
that would probably be good.
Like, you're having a bad day and then you go to the store and you check your pocket and you find like $20. And you're like, "Oh shit, I found $20 in my pocket. It's pretty good."
So that's luck try to boost your happiness coming
Yeah.
home.
Or you
Yeah.
go buy like a burger and
Mhm.
you go pay for it and they're like, "Oh, it's actually buy one get one free. We have this extra burger that we were going to throw away, but you could have it." It's like, "Okay, cool. Thank you."
If they have an extra burger that I could throw
Yeah,
away.
we made too many burgers. You can just have this one too,
All right. Why not? Why? And
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, or oh sorry, we're closing down. It's closing time right now, but you know what? We have like this food we're gonna throw away. So I don't know if it's what you want, but you could have all this free food.
Oh, but then that is it all. So it's not really what you wanted, but it's still stuff that'll make you happy.
Yeah, it could still be.
Oh.
You know,
Well, I mean, I don't know why you're at the store though. What are you like looking for?
you want some food? Be like,
You
oh
just
come
want
on,
food.
I want
Let
to
me get.
let me get a pizza.
Okay. Yeah.
They're like, I mean, we have like some pizzas. Just take the pizza. Here, just take it.
I guess yeah. Like, what if you went to the store and you wanted to just buy? I don't know. Yeah, you wanted to buy pizzas, right? But all they had, like, they were giving away like meatball subs or something. Is that what? Is that like still kind of part of your good luck, but kind of bad luck because you didn't get your pizzas?
I
Nah,
mean,
you know what?
it's free food.
It's still free food. Yeah.
And then
Uh,
let's say you didn't really want a pizza, you just wanted to eat.
you just want to eat. Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm gonna just grab a quick pizza.
Uh-huh.
And then they're like, oh well, the pizza's all gone, but I made these meatball subs. You could have like some free meatball sub.
Well, what? Okay, so what if you wanted to eat, right? And then, uh, instead of food, they just go like, oh, you know what? You're like the 100th customer here. You get like $1,000. Go spend it on food. So I guess it goes in a direction to what you want, right? Get more money so you can splurge it on food, right?
Yeah. I bet you wish you got luck now.
I don't know, because it depends on like how you want to define luck. If it's the way you were saying, ideally, then yeah, of course. But if it's more to random kind of like things happening, I don't know, because then it may or may not be. Like I guess it'd be for my betterment, but something else is like kind of like telling me that. So I'm not really making that choice too. But yeah, if it's the way you describe it, then yes, I would love that luck.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is there anything you also you wanted to? What were we talking? We were talking about statistics. I thought, yeah, statistics as a number is not. That we went into superpowers. We just had a superpower podcast like a few, like 3 podcasts ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We derailed a little bit. All right.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
is that it? Are we done?
Yeah.
All right. That's it, boys.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah,
Hope you enjoyed the podcast.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah. Lucky penis.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Had to end it there, huh? You had to end it right